How does anime even make money if you can pretty much just watch it for free the day after it comes out in Japan on a dozen websites? Well, that's the thing. Anime makes most of its money in their own market in Japan, and they make most of their money off of like merchandise and Blu-ray sales. That's the big thing, is Blu-ray sales. But that's why this video is talking about why you should. He also made a first one. Oh wait, he also made a first one. He made a video about Steven Universe where he said it was good because he likes fusion while ignoring all the other problems. I don't know. I thought he made a video about Steven Universe where he said it was bad. I don't know. I know he made a video. What was it? There was some video I remember watching of his that I didn't agree with necessarily. But that doesn't fucking mean anything. If he's got one video that it's bad, that doesn't mean all his other videos are bad. He's got decent stuff. I'm not saying he's like a great guy. Watch all his stuff. Give him money on Patreon. I'm just saying this video of his is pretty good. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, with anime, in the West, they don't make that much money, and the money they do make is off of licensing, selling their shows to stuff like Crunchyroll, where Crunchyroll gets sole rights to sell it, even though there's absolute no fucking reason other than they want to make money. Like, there's no...
Those floating stones, what were they?
I'm not sure. If only Maddie had come with me, maybe she could have translated scripture on them.
But Dad, didn't you learn some of their letters?
Well, I had realized that each one of their letters represented one of ours. Maybe I can remember the writings that Maddie read to me.
I hope you don't expect me to read this. Yeah, there's no way I'm doing that fucking translator work. Unless that's what you want me to... There's no way that's what you want me to do, right? I don't have to translate this to figure out where to go next. It seems like just use my jetpack and go up right here. Yeah. Anime's free though, you don't need to pirate it. That's not true. Anime is not free. If you watch it on, well, I mean, some of it is available on Crunchyroll and you can watch it with ads, and that's how they make their money. That's how Crunchyroll makes their money. That's not how the people who made it make their money. But if you're watching on some streaming site, you are pirating it in the strictest sense of the word, because you are not paying for something that... Fuck! Shit. Okay. You're not paying for something, and you're watching it illegally. I mean, if you're watching on some streaming site, it is illegal. In at least, if piracy is illegal, then that is. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so it's not really free. It's not like they're just giving it out. You could definitely... It's definitely free also in the sense that, like, piracy is fucking free. But that's the thing, is so, like, basically this guy's video boiled, what I've seen so far, I just fucked up by clicking that twice, I need to restart. It boils down so far to, like, these anime companies get licenses so that they can be the only person who can sell that anime in the US. Because of that, there is no competition between companies selling that shit, because all they need to do is spend enough money to buy the hot new anime, and then at that point, they're the only ones who own it, so their website can be complete ass, but they've got the hot new shit. So, what are you gonna do? You want to watch the hot new shit, don't you? Well, you gotta buy a fucking Crunchyroll subscription or something then, unless you like ads. You can always use ad block, like like you actually make sense, you know what you're doing. But still, it's a shitty system, and it means that all these websites suck ass because they don't have to not suck ass. But then on top of that, there's the problem that because of that, if you actually want to be a good guy and make sure these people who are making the anime are getting money, but you still want to watch all the new shows that come out, you got to pay for a subscription to fucking every single one of the places, because they all have their own, few shows that are exclusive to them because they got the license. So it's bullshit. And basically his conclusion, at least in the part I'm at right now, and obviously it's going to be his conclusion, is that you should just pirate because it's bullshit. The system sucks, and if you're paying money for it, paying money is a vote, right? You're voting with your wallet. If you pay money for something, you're telling someone you want more of that. So if you're paying for that, then you're telling them you want more of the bullshit, so stop paying for it. And then on top of that, apparently there's a guy who made a pro-pirating video who raised $10,000. That's the guy I'm talking about. That is the exact guy I'm talking about. That's the video I am talking about, Trip. That's what I was just about to say, is to prove that it's not just people pirating the shit because they're assholes and they don't want to pay people who are making the shows. I used the jetpack way too early and fucked up. To prove that that wasn't the case and they weren't just being dicks about it, he told everyone to donate to that show, or to donate to that charity. And they did, and they rose like they raised like $10,000 in like half a day. Overall, I think it's raised like more like almost 20. And yeah, like good for him. And it shows that people are willing to pay for anime. It's not like they're just pirating it because, I mean, obviously some people pirate it just because they don't want to pay for it. But a lot of people, how did I end up using an extra fucking grapple? A lot of people are just not paying for it because the system sucks dick and it's so much more convenient to pirate it because all the websites suck. Right? I mean... Okay, there we go. Just needed to do that. Shit. Shit. I fucked up. If I can land on here like I did before, I can't. Nope. But the anime's still good and Crunchyroll finally got rid of Flash. Yeah, but Crunchyroll's not that great, and the fact that they're being anti-consumer basically by like getting exclusive rights to shit, and they're gonna get fucked is the funny thing. And he talked about this a little bit in so far that I've watched the video. Okay, I did that right that time. I see what I'm doing wrong. I'm just being an idiot, but that's partially I'm a little distracted thinking about Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll's gonna get fucked because bigger companies like Netflix are getting in on the anime licensing game. And Crunchyroll's going to lose that game because they have less money than Netflix. And it's funny because the reason that they're assholes is the same reason they're going to fucking lose. So, you know, divine retribution or something. I don't know. Poetic. It's poetic. It's like pottery. It rhymes. I know I keep saying pottery instead of poetry. I don't remember who first said pottery with that quote, but I think it's funny. Shit, I did it again. Fuck, I use my... It's gonna take me all the way back, too. Oh, wait. Did it not take me all the way back this time? Oh, sweet. Thank you. I don't know why it did it a second ago. Okay, so don't use the jetpack. You should be able to make it to this one. Right. Now swing off of this one. Jetpack right here. Yeah, okay. They do have horrible ads, but pirate sites aren't any better. Why would you do pirate sites? You just pirate it. Nobody uses... I'm not talking about shitty streaming sites. Obviously, streaming sites are shit, but that's because they appeal only to people too lazy to get a fucking torrenting program. I mean, like, if you're not willing to do, like, this 2-second step and maybe pay $5 for a VPN, which you should have anyway so that you're not being tracked and put on, like, government lists, then, like, yeah, you deserve the shitty website that you get. Sorry. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Or just use AdBlock and use Crunchyroll anyway if you want to. You can do that. I've done that occasionally when I, you know, like I want to watch something right now because I'm like at a friend's house or something. I don't have a flash drive with what we want to watch on it. Yeah, they have AdBlock because they're not stupid, so they just watch it on Crunchyroll, whatever. I'm stuck. Cool. Okay. Are we friends? What, me and you? It depends on your definition of friend. I don't know if... I don't think I would call us friends. I don't know your real name. I could say we're on friendly terms, probably, but I don't know. That's a weird question to ask. Shit. Oh, I actually made it. Okay. You are my, collectively, all of you are my main source of social interaction, if you want to call it that. That's also a matter of definition, because that's not really, I don't think that would fall under most people's definitions. But, I don't know. We live in the future. Weird shit like that. Excuse me. Get me up on top of this. There we go. There we go. Seems a little bit like I wasn't supposed to do it that way, but fuck, you know what works. Netflix is supposed to start really getting into anime now that Disney is taking all the Marvel shows from them. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why Crunchyroll's gonna get fucked, and it's their own fault for supporting that sort of system, in a way. Or use streaming sites for torrents you can't find. I've never run into that problem, actually. I could see that problem, I guess. Especially now that Pirate Bay has been down for a little bit. So I understand that, like, some shit's a little harder to find. But personally, I'm in a private tracker. And that's more work. That's not something I expect like everybody to do. I recommend private trackers. They're good, you know, but they have to be open, for one thing. Like the one I'm in, you wouldn't be able to get in. It's too exclusive. It's a little, you know, it's for like the big boys, you know. You wouldn't understand. You're not part of the secret club. But still, I don't know, the average thing you can find on most torrenting places. Even the, like, it's nice being in a public tracker or private tracker. There are public ones too. But it's nice being in a private one where you get, you know, really good quality shit and you get all these things that you wouldn't be able to find otherwise. Shit, I fucked that up. But that's not the only way to do it. What did I just do? Did I just go in a full circle? Well, I died. Nope. Did I just go in an absolute circle? Wait, what? Wait, what? Where? I'm lost. Wait. Wait. Okay, now I'm up here. Is this... I've gotten lost somehow. I don't know what I did. Do I need to go up? Did I come from this direction or did I come from this direction? Wait, I don't remember. That looks new. I think. Shit. Anime Ultima or Kiss Anime has every anime dub sub 720p 1080p. I can assure you most of what you just said is not true. But, okay. And also, you say they seem to get away with it. That's just because no one's caught them yet. That's just one of those deals. Is that where I need to go? I think it is. I think it is. Oh, well, actually, now it just started me here. Yeah, so I'm supposed to go that way. Yeah, okay, I see. Shit. Okay, so I need to... I feel like I just went in a circle. I guess I got higher up, and that's sort of the goal here, but I could have done that the other way. Yeah, this way is the way to go. Got it. Right? Yes. Nope, didn't mean to... Okay, well, I hope I don't need those. Kiss Anime is rather reliable, but I use Animoon now. I don't know. I don't use those sites because they're usually... Just because it says 720p doesn't mean it is. I'm not, like, saying... I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying trust your eyes on that one. Don't. There's a phenomenon where if someone tells you that something is high quality, you start to believe it even if it isn't, and your eyes fill in the blanks. So maybe I'm ruining your day by telling you this, but I would just say that just because they say it's really high quality does not mean it is. You can stream something, for instance, that is in 1080p, but the original source was in fucking 480. So you can call it 1080p, and you're not lying, but it's not a good source, so it still looks like ass. There's that. Also, a lot of those streaming sites use the worst fucking subs. But that's a problem in its own right. I mean, that's one nice thing about the private trackers is they've got like all the subs generally, and a lot of the really good ones, especially the fan subs, which are also often very good, though it depends. Some of them are garbage. Crunchyroll subs are usually pretty bad, but there are worse. Ooh. Ooh, how am I supposed to do this? Where's the crystal? Shit. Shit. Okay. Now, when you say government list, would charges be levied against those on the list? Well, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, here's the thing. It depends on what you're talking about. I was saying government list is like a joke. Like, you know, like you're talking about overthrowing the government online or something, so you're getting put on lists. I was talking about that kind of thing in a jokey kind of way. If you were trying to do something like that, I sure fucking hope you have a VPN. But on top of that, you know, like if you're talking like piracy and stuff like that, will you get put on lists where action will be levied against you? Charges levied against you? No, probably not. But it's a crime that is not enforced. And when a law is not enforced, you could argue that it is not a law. For instance, there are places in the United States where it is illegal to live in that town if you do not have a mustache. There are other towns. There's another town I can think of where it's illegal for women to wear pants. Those are real laws. Those are in the books. But they don't enforce them. And because they don't enforce them, you don't really consider them real laws. Piracy, especially in recent history, because the last year or so, we did away with our strike program. That was actually how most pirates were like prosecuted. Why? But so since then it's not been enforced, but it is still technically a crime. So if they wanted to charge something against you, they could. So it's like, why commit a crime in broad view of people who could charge you with that crime when you can just choose to not do that for like $5? That's how I would sort of think about it. But, I mean, you know, you do you. If you want to commit crimes and tell people about it, we live in the modern age. That's what the internet's for. Seemingly. But, I don't know. There's something else I was going to say with that. Something about crimes. Oh, I was going to say it's comparable to traffic laws. There are speed limits, and no one drives under them. And it's expected that you will drive under them. It's actually more dangerous to drive under the speed limit than it is over the speed limit. So even if you want to be a really good boy and drive under the speed limit, you'd be putting yourself and other people in danger by doing so. So no one expects you to drive under the speed limit. There's sort of a general societal norm for what is an acceptable amount over the speed limit for you to drive. But you're still breaking the law. Like, if you've ever been on the highway, you have broken the law, because I can assure you were going over the speed limit, unless it was like, I don't know, bumper to bumper, red light, you know, like, not red light, obviously, but red brake lights the whole time. Then, yeah, you weren't moving. But other than that, you were breaking the law. And no, you're not going to get... You're not going to get arrested for it, but you could. There's nothing saying that you couldn't. Your lawyer would probably, if you got a lawyer after you were arrested, you would probably have a good case that a law not being enforced makes it not really a law. You need to enforce a law for it to have any meaning. The lawyer, and especially if you were in front of a jury, the jury would probably agree that you going 2 miles over the speed limit is not a big deal. And that would set precedent that you could say might change the law, because that's part of the law. But still, you could be arrested. That's the take home here. Is if they wanted to arrest you, it's well within their right and means. Right, debatably, I mean, legal right, I guess. They could do it. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I hit my head too. Fuck. What were we talking about? Pirating anime? Oh yeah, and so the guy proved the point that people are willing to pay for anime if they had a better way of doing it, because these people donated to a fucking charity just to prove that point. They don't get anything out of that. They don't even get, you know, to watch anything. Rape me like Bill Cosby touches little kids. Bill Cosby didn't touch any little kids. If it's true that he's guilty, which legally he was found guilty, I don't know, I didn't follow the case. But if that's true, it's still only a matter of him. They were fully grown women, I'm pretty sure, unless I'm mistaken about that. They weren't kids. I don't think Bill Cosby has been accused of child molestation. I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. You see, about when Bill Cosby first got in prison, there were headlines about Bill Cosby has a terrible first day in prison. Some guy threw bread at him. I hate girls that ask too much questions like, who are you? What are you doing in my house? Can you please stop touching me? Well, he drugged and raped many women over 40 years, so he must have been a child molester? I don't know what you're saying. Those are different crimes. Similar crimes. I'm not saying he's an innocent man. He was found guilty, and if I have trust in the justice system, which I don't know, then yeah, I've got to accept the fact that he's guilty. But I'm just saying that, like, Doesn't mean he's guilty of all crimes. Again, I could be wrong. He could be a public child molester. I was about to say molestator. Shit. Oh, I don't like this. Maybe if I can get on top of this. Nah, fuck. Wouldn't be hard to believe. I don't know. I don't see that one. Necessarily. Oh, I thought I could make it. Maybe if I can make it to the next one. I just need to save one of these. Is there a crystal nearby? Maybe that's what I need to be doing. There's not, though. Somehow I need to get there without using up my jetpack on this first bit. Or if I do use my jetpack, save one of my grapples. But maybe the next one? No. Or I could just grapple really fucking well. And I could do something fucking sneaky like this. What?! That's fucked up. Just because I'm thinking of intelligent solutions to your game doesn't mean you should invisible wall me like that. That's not nice, game. Okay, let's just get... I just need a good swing, and it'll probably work. Don't hit my head. Okay. Yeah, got it. Perfect. Just needed a better swing.
I landed hard and felt the impact vibrate through my body.
That wasn't harder than any other one.
Protected me, but it was...
Oh, the jetpack doesn't work now?
The rocket boots were worst off. The crash had ruined the functionality completely.
Okay. Alright.
I knew that if I stayed here to fix them, I would probably freeze to death. I had no other choice.
Looks warm here.
I saw.
Okay, we lost our rocket boots. Fine. That does make things a little harder. I was about to use the rocket boots right there, so... Okay. Yeah, it does make things harder, because the rocket boots have... Fucked up. That's fine. Oops. Yeah, I've been kind of relying on the rocket boots to fix some mistakes with my platforming here. So we'll see if I can still get through this. But it wouldn't be surprising if it's a little easier because you don't have the rocket boost now. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't too bad. When I watch you, I feel the blood going to my meat, and I feel like giving my sausage a beating. Yeah, that's what people, I don't know, that's what people, I hear that a lot, yeah. Fuck. I thought I could grapple onto that. There we go. I can grapple onto the top part that's not frozen. There we go. This game is fucking pretty good, by the way. Like, it's not bad. It's like a pretty good platformer. And the story, fuck it. Who fucking cares? You could not even begin to care about the story. I wouldn't believe you if you said you did. But it's a pretty good game. Bruh. What was I gonna say? There's something else I want to say about some similar topic, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, I was gonna say, so like with all this, like people talking about how, you know, making money on like anime and people losing their jobs on YouTube and shit like that, and like all this stuff where people are trying to make money doing creative things. I feel like no one's figured out, man, it really seems like I'm clipping hard all the time. Am I clipping the microphone all the time? Because OBS is giving me this, it's telling me I'm, if not clipping, getting really fucking close every second. I might need to lower the volume. I don't know. By the way, the stream is in 1080p. Can you tell the difference? 1080p, 60 FPS. It was always in 60 FPS, but now it's in 1080p. Didn't even mention it last time. The whole Kenshi stream was in 1080p. Forgot to mention. Because YouTube doesn't care about that. It's not like Twitch where you basically have to do 720 unless you're huge. But yeah, so people trying to make money off of like YouTube and just creative shit in general. People trying to make money off of their anime they make or whatever. I don't think they've realized that we live in the future and they're going about it wrong, especially for like more independent people. Like, they don't realize that we live in an era where most people do not want to pay for shit, but will pay a lot voluntarily for stuff they like. And that's just like the world we live in now. It's weird, but like I can't say I'm any different. I feel the same way. I don't want to pay for like bullshit, but like I would easily give money to some guy who I like his stuff. And like all of Twitch and this kind of stuff is definitely shows that. I mean, these people who make a full living off of fucking Twitch donations. How long until you start streaming in 4K? I don't even have a 4K monitor, so never. Unless I got rich and bought a 4K monitor, but most games don't run at 4K, so what would be the point? So probably not in the near future. I don't think I'll be spending my insurance money on that. But no, I was gonna say no one's realized that probably the best way to make a lot of money doing something you like to do, as long as the thing you do is good, is to just ask people to pay what they want. And like it's crazy that this hasn't dawned on more people, because that's what like a stream is. And you see all these people who are extremely successful, and what they're doing is they're saying, here's my stream, it's free. If you want to give me money because you think that it's worth money, then do so. If you don't think it's worth anything, then do that. Right? Like it's like you pay. I'm not talking about this stream in particular. Don't give me money unless you're trying to throw it away. But you see what I'm saying is like people are. That's like the new model. That's the model of the future. Is where the fuck am I supposed to go? The model of the future is I see. The model of the future is pay what you want, and just people don't realize how generous people are with stuff they actually like. Like again, I've given fucking $10 or $15 to Sam Hyde just because it blows that he's not on $1 Million Extreme anymore, and I like Hyde Wars enough to throw a few shekels his way. He does still make the mistake of actually charging money for that, when he could just ask for some sort of donation. Like that's a prime example of he doesn't understand the new system. Sam Hyde would make way more money. I can almost guarantee it. And he would be like it feels more real when you just let the people pay what they want, I would think. I don't know. I don't have a real product to sell other than this, I suppose. But I'm pretty sure Sam Hyde would make more money. Instead of selling Hyde Wars for why did I not jump? Okay. Instead of selling Hyde Wars for $5 a month, instead of that, just letting people give whatever amount of money they want or no money, he would make more money because of all the people who really like him and would give him like $100 or something. It's the exact same on Twitch. That's how it's always been. How do you think street performers make money? Well, yeah, but street performers isn't seen as like a legitimate career. Like a street performer's goal is not to do the same thing but on the internet. Their goal is to get like a record label, a contract. But I'm saying like for a lot of people now online, it's much easier to make good money. Like legitimately really fucking good money by just asking people, hey, pay whatever the fuck you want. Or enjoy it for free. It's like the people who made Darkwood, that indie game, that horror game, pretty good game. They released the pirated version themselves. They released the torrent online themselves so that people who couldn't afford their game could still play it. And then they told them just like, hey, if you can't afford it, you want to try the game out, or you want to treat it as a demo or something, play the torrent we put up. It's the full game. And if you want to give us money afterwards, do that. Buy it on Steam, whatever. And they were extremely successful. It's just a street performing with a giant audience. Well, but it being online also makes it just a lot easier for someone to like, here's $5. I don't even have to get the money out of my pocket. I just fucking put in my credit card information. I'm doing real bad at this, by the way, but I didn't even jump again. I hate it when it... They have 8K TVs introduced this year. Imagine how long it'll take for that to be normal online. Maybe never. Maybe never, because there's diminishing returns. You're imagining that what we have so far is going to continue, where every few years the graphical fidelity increases, and that becomes the new standard that you can't live without. It becomes so like noticeable that you could not downgrade to what you used to have, which is no longer the case, because there are a lot of people who are completely okay with 720 instead of 1080. The difference is not that big. So then when you talk about the difference between 1080 and 4K, I mean, there's a reason why a lot of games do not support 4K, and a lot of people don't care. And if 4K ever does become a big thing, it's because it's a buzzword. It's a nice buzzword. Not that it's not good to have... Oh, I fucked up because I went to scratch my leg. I thought it was going to land. I'm not saying it's not good to have to move the technology forward and have better graphical fidelity, but there is diminishing returns, and I'm not going to pay thousands and thousands of dollars for something that's marginally better. Obviously, this is not the same as something like FPS, where people talk about how 30 FPS is not noticeably different from 60. That's a crock of shit. That's why I've always been streaming at 60 FPS. It is obviously better. I mean, it's like don't even start with that. Okay, finally made it. I still have my 1080p monitor and TV from 10 years ago. Well, that's the thing. 5G phone service. Yeah, have you heard all the reports about how 5G might, like, fucking destroy your brain? Those are cool. I didn't mean to. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, about how 5G might, like, give you cancer. It's pretty nice. I'm pretty happy. And, for instance, this guy, John C. Dvorak, he's actually a guy who believes in the value for value model. They have this podcast, No Agenda. It's pretty good, but I haven't listened to a lot of it recently because I don't have time. It's a 3-hour podcast. It comes out twice a week. It's fucking too much. But he believes in the whole let it be free and have people pay whatever they want. You know, let the people fucking have it. They'll just download it for free anyway, so just be a fucking nice guy about it. It's stupid, but he believes in that kind of thing. And that's what made me think of him. But also, he wrote some article recently for PC Magazine. He's been writing for them for like years. He wrote some article about how 5G has a bunch of potential health, potential things that are bad for your health related with 5G. And they fired him. He's never allowed to write there again. So it definitely makes me think that that it's definitely good stuff. Definitely the kind of thing we should be introducing when any research into it results into a guy getting fired. Definitely good. Focusing on public relations and goodwill to make money seems to be the rising business strat in most sectors, especially animal farming and organic shit. Well, that's true. PR is definitely a big part of it. But I'm not even talking about that, because there's the element of like, yeah, you know, like, oh, we treat our animals well. I'm not saying that's like a bad thing or like a scam or something, although it's definitely going to turn into a scam. That's the way it goes. But, you know, that is definitely a thing where like people care about the PR, what the company does behind the scenes, how they like the company culture. Some of that shit is kind of bullshit, but I understand it. But I'm talking about also just the pricing. The fact that with digital stuff, with stuff that you can view or interact with online, people can and will get it for free. If you up front tell them, here it is for free, pay me what you want, in a lot of situations you will make more money than if you released it normally. Especially, I'm talking specifically about independent, small time sort of stuff. And you can see this more and more with people on Bandcamp who release their new albums and make thousands of dollars for a record that they couldn't have got signed on with a record label.
He had left some tools behind that I could use to repair my boots.
Oh, convenient. Does that mean my boots work now? Oh, I can't jump. Wait, huh? Oh, I had to click on it. Organic shit is already a scam. Well, it's a scam, kind of. Yeah, I mean, like, it is better to have food that isn't covered in pesticides and shit. That's not a scam. But it is a scam how it's marketed a lot of times. I mean, there's no reason, if organic food is the same price as non-organic food, there's really basically no reason not to get the organic kind. It's not like it's just worse or something. But a lot of times you read organic, it doesn't mean shit. So... But I mean, if it says, like, yeah, we don't use pesticides, we don't use whatever, it's like, oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, good. Oh, we can just walk on these things. Why would I not just do this? Easy. I actually really need to take a piss, so I'm gonna take a quick piss break. I don't need more water, I don't think. I might do that while I'm at it. So I'll be right back. Hey, well, welcome back. Welcome back to Yeoman's Fireside Chat. GMO stuff is objectively better and cheaper and more efficient in most cases. Well, I'm not talking about GMO and non-GMO and organic is not the same thing, though I would consider myself. I would occasionally see the point in buying non-GMO simply because I despise the business practices of Monsanto, and if it's non-GMO, I know it has nothing to do with them. So as far as I know, so I would buy non-GMO just to fucking boycott Monsanto. I think they changed their name recently because of how much bad publicity they were getting. Okay, let me try this again. But no, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about GMO versus non-GMO or anything like that. I'm talking about just pesticides are not great. Like, I don't, like, the shit is covered in pesticides. There's a reason, like, since you were a kid, you were taught to wash off before you ate, like, an apple or something. It's not because there's dirt on that shit. Apples grow on trees. There's no dirt on it. But it's like, it could be, but it's because it's covered in pesticides, and you're trying to wash that shit off. You know, but so that's why, like, I'd care more about if some local farm told me they don't use pesticides. Yeah, I know in like large scale farm operations they say that they have to. Whether or not that's true, I've heard different opinions on. But like, if some small farm near me tells me they don't use pesticides, then I'm fucking all in. That's all you needed to tell me. Like, I'm all for it. You've got my my business, 100%.
Buried beneath the ice, you could still see signs of what this place had once been. Something not unlike the caves where the village lay. The Ice Age must have come suddenly, washing over it like a freezing tsunami. Now it lay desolated, haunting anyone who dared visit, with falling stalactites, sharp icicles, and its bottomless depths.
Tree hugger types pretend to care about animals while killing tons of them to eat plants. Well, I mean, it's kind of sad that the sort of like green. Do I have to go up here? Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh. It's kind of sad that the sort of green movement and like caring about nature has become a thing exclusively about people who stay indoors all the time and don't really like nature that much. You know what I mean? Or like, especially it's become a thing of the left to care about nature, where it's like it's a pretty fucking important thing no matter what. It's just that everyone falls for these stupid memes about it that are just not true generally. Okay. Oh, there are crystals up there. Okay, duh. I don't know. And you can't get good information about like most things. It's ridiculous. No one is unbiased. It's one of the most like biased like one of the most biased areas as far as finding information about it, because they have so much to gain or lose based on who is buying what, as far as like the farming industry and stuff like that is concerned. Like the agriculture business, like they pay off people to research one way or the other. They pay it off both ways, but PETA is a big gay. Yeah, PETA's killed over 36,000 animals this year. Or no, wait, ever? This year? I think it's over 40,000 ever. PETA kills animals. That's what they do. They believe that... Is that the way I'm supposed to go? Or is that where I just came from? That looks similar to where I just went up. But that's where I just came from. Okay. Right? Guess we'll find out. Yeah, this looks new. I think. Yeah, PETA kills animals. They've been doing it a lot. They kidnap people's pets. Guess not I don't know if kidnap's the right word. They steal them, they take them, and they kill them because they think that no animals should be pets, so therefore we need to kill all the pets. Kind of strange. We talked about this before. It's kind of like saying Jews shouldn't be in concentration camps. Let's kill all the Jews. It's like, now wait a minute. I don't think I understand what you're going for there, PETA. Oh, okay, none of this stuff is frozen. It's like, I don't know, PETA, that seems a bit, counterproductive. Maybe it's just me. Ooh, what? Okay. Did I just go in a circle? I don't think so. Almost feels like it, but I don't think so. Nope! Okay. Grab the crystal. Go. Okay, I got this. With 2 charges left. Doesn't PETA only have one shelter and they have Barks run another? Barks? I don't know. I don't know much about PETA other than the fact that they kill animals. So, I'm not really a big fan. I can't say I'm a huge fan of someone who steals pets and kills animals. Kind of hypocritical, too. You know? We care about animals. Save animals. Kill them. Kill them all. Didn't realize I had run out of... Way back here? Fuck. Alright. I gotta keep an eye on how many charges I have so I don't run out. You don't need to... Sometimes you don't need to really get these crystals because you still got like 2 or 3 charges, but then if you don't have any charges left, you can't recharge. Which is an interesting way of doing this. Makes sense in the context of how they did it, but... Oh, I should have dropped with that. Oh! Ooh, okay. Okay, see, with this last charge, I have to get another. Nope! Whoa! Fuck. Kill 'em all, world is a fuck. Yeah, definitely. I want that t-shirt. Greenpeace are more eco-terrorists. Well, there's also the, ELF. You ever hear about ELF? They're the like, most prolific, terrorist group in the U.S., and they're environmentalists. They're the Earth Liberation Front. I don't think they do much anymore. It was, like, in the 90s. Like, early 90s. Like, I don't know much about them from, like, the news or anything. But, they were around, and they have committed the most acts of terrorism on U.S. soil. Don't know what exactly they did. I haven't looked into it much more than that. I just thought it was funny that they were called ELF, and that they were a bunch of environmentalists committing a bunch of terrorism. Ooh, wasted one there. Oh, when you get just one crystal, it fills it completely. I don't have to do 2 crystals like I was doing. Ooh. Ooh, this is fucking insane. Nice! Kill the world, but be a good guy about it, the Christian way. I don't know if you can kill the world and be like a good guy about it. Sounds like a Jewish thing. Like what they would, you know, it sounds like a justification. Actually, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like a justification for people who believe in population control because we're gonna get too full.
I took some comfort in knowing that whatever problems I face now, Fred would have faced them too. And beaten them. If he could do it, I could do it too.
Wasn't Elf more into getting rid of humans and returning back to nature? I think it might have been something like that, but like I said, I didn't really look into Elf too much. I just was looking into terrorism for some reason, and found out that they had the most charges for terrorism. That they were the biggest organization of that, which is just funny. It's just funny when, like, cause the kind of meme again is like that the terrorist types are religious, right? They're generally, if not Muslim, then some other sort of, as they would say on the news, religious extremists. But it's like, no, by the numbers, it's environmentalists. Environmentalists are the majority of, if not the majority, then the plurality of terrorist attacks. Puts things into perspective. A little bit. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I don't know. It's, the world's fucked up. But also, at the same time, we live in the future, and it's fucking beautiful. I'm sitting in front of a video. I'm sitting in front of a computer. Already a wonder. But, like, I'm sitting in front of a computer, playing a video game that someone gave me for free, playing it in front of a bunch of other people, just bullshitting, and I haven't met any of you in real life. Like, the future's fucking great. Like, it's ass, it's terrible, but it's also really nice. It's also amazing. Like, I'm really happy that I was, you know, like, I used to think, like, oh man, it'd be great if I was born in, like, medieval times. Or something like that. Or, like, Renaissance times. Or, you know, fucking exploration and shit. And still, like, yeah, it'd be pretty fucking great to be alive in, like, most other parts of history when you look at it in a general sense. But then at the same time, it's like, fuck, I wouldn't even be thinking about that in most of the other times of history. Because I wouldn't be able to. You know, the fact that I can go and read about history, I'm pretty fucking stoked about that. Where am I supposed to go here? I took a leap of faith there, but... Oh. Sweet. Nice, okay. Very happy that worked out. Very happy I didn't spend like 20 minutes trying to figure out what to do there. That could have gone badly. Come on, come on. Here we go. Grab the crystal. This is actually getting kind of tough because they're really making it so you can only, like, you have to use just as many charges as you have, especially when you fuck up like that because you decide to go on top of the thing when you're supposed to go on the bottom. Cool. Religions generally don't tell you to murder people, so you know. Well, Islam does. That's, I mean, their leader, you know, their spiritual leader, Muhammad, was a warlord, so, I mean, there's that. I don't even need to use the jetpack, so, yeah, sweet. I need to remember I have the jetpack, though. Ooh, I just realized I should probably get as close as I can to these crystals and use up all charges but one before using them if I want to be the most efficient with this. I mean, they don't charge over 3, so it's not like I can save them up by being more efficient. But I definitely don't want to run out. See, like, it was probably smart to do that. Just in case they give me a really hard area. Like, what I did just then was probably not right. Whatever, we're fine. I made it. I think I just beat the level. Don't murder people, just use aerosol more often. Overpopulation isn't a threat due to farming advances and lower birth rates. Well, that's the thing is that, yeah, populations naturally adjust to their population limits. There's a reason why Japan is having a lower birth rate. They're going to get fucked if they decide to let more people in because that natural sort of population decline, that birth rate decline, is going to lead to them being taken over by somebody else if they're not careful. But so far they've been semi-careful. Same thing in the rest of Europe, but we haven't been very careful. Right, I said rest of Europe, and then I said we, implying both that I am in Europe and that Japan is. I don't know what the fuck I meant by that. You know what I'm saying, though. In Europe, they have not been very careful. Oh, did I just beat the game? Kind of puts into perspective that I haven't been caring about the story at all until now and been talking about bullshit.
Nephew. Uncle Fred.
That's my name, Nephew.
Found him.
My little boy. I'm glad to see you. And you're wearing the suit I made you.
Why did you have to say little boy? Why did you my boy?
I said that I found the suit in his workshop and that I came looking for him.
I'm sorry for being away for so long. But I've been busy down here, you see. The frog people. That was an experiment of mine. Do you remember the eggs I found before? I sent them here by accident, and I had to farm.
Oh, there's actually more to this game.
By the time I got
think.
here, they were already gone.
Maybe.
These caves were empty before.
Maybe
but
not.
My experiment has made them full of life. I've conducted research on them and documented everything about them. And I built a new crystal-powered pad.
Yep.
To be able to get back to my colleagues, show them how fantastic this all is.
I interrupted Fred and told him about Maddie, how we came all the way to Starhaven together, and that I had promised to ask him if he would go see her there.
Madeline.
Nice beard. He's got a similar
Taking
beard to
him
me,
some
actually.
Starhaven
Except
long
mine's,
ago.
like, reddish.
She was always so curious about the strays.
It's
I
not
left
bad.
her. I wanted to protect her.
What's with the glove,
Rather,
man?
Protect myself from losing her.
What's the glove?
I've changed my mind. I'm not going home.
Too bad Jimmy isn't
What
here.
does
He's gonna be
these,
probably mad about that.
strays
I
matter?
told him yesterday. You might not believe me, because I usually don't stream 3 days in a row. This is like a fucking new,
And
but
just as well.
I
I don't
said.
trust this pad for more than one ride anyway. You need that ride.
I
Staying
didn't
here?
wanna go home, and I asked if I could stay with him and Maddie instead.
I'm sorry, nephew. As much as I enjoy having you here, you must go home. Explore the world on your own.
Good.
Your own
Why?
adventures.
I reluctantly agreed to go home.
Thanks.
I was going to miss.
I don't know what that's about.
I will miss you too. But I'm sure you'll do phenomenal on your own. And don't worry about me or Maddie.
All right.
You'll be fine. The pad is yours, boy.
I don't know what. I don't know if you can hear Dalton just then, but I don't know what that's about. Drunk Dalton. Yeah, honestly. I'm trying to finish this game here. Oh, I thought it wasn't gonna work. I thought it. Okay. Hey! We did it! Am I not a pro gamer? Easy. This game's easy. 2 streams, done. 2 half streams. This is only the second time, right? No, third. Second? Second. It's only the second time, right? That's nice. Thanks, Jimmy, for buying this for me. He's not here. Looks like a bunch of Norwegian people made it. Or maybe... Hey, Bjork! Maybe... Swedish or Norwegian. Icelandic, I guess, possibly. Buddha Babalon. That guy's name is Buddha? Okay, everyone except him, you know. Epic Fortnite Royale, fam. Thanks. This is actually, I don't know if I want to watch this whole thing. Yeah, I'm done with that. But, that's a pretty good little game. I don't know how long that actually took us. I can check that on, Steam in a second. I'm curious.
And now, good night, sweetie.
Wait, Dad. Does that mean Fred is still there?
He's probably
Who
dead.
knows? That was the last time I saw him.
Don't you miss him?
I do, sometimes. But I don't worry about him, because I know that wherever he is,
He's dead.
he's on his biggest adventure yet.
He's dead. Oh, an epilogue.
Dear Fred, today I step into the lobby of your house for the last time.
Were you selling it?
My daughter asked me to tell her about an adventure, and I came to think of you.
He's gonna be here, dying. He somehow made it back just to die.
Your house looks just like my mother and I left it years ago. After you'd gone, I was sure she was going to throw out
Yeah,
all your stuff.
This old paper, age 52. It's been like at least like probably 20, 30 years.
Small memorial.
He's dead. Was that Gable? He's super dead. He could be alive. Maybe they got some sort of secret energy crystal shit. Are those extra? Do you have extra islands down there? You know something I don't, Fred? Tell Dalt we love him. He needs to know. Well, he's like way in the other room now. He wouldn't hear me.
I'm here every day, just like I used to. Sometimes I could even faintly hear your voice calling from the observatory,
Help
asking
me!
you to get you this tool or that.
I'm fucking
told
stuck
my mother
between
about that day.
space.
I don't think she would have believed me. Can I believe it? After all these years.
Oh, it was all a dream. No. I don't think they're gonna go that route. still don't know what the story was about, and I watched the whole thing. I mean, it's a basic story. It's just not that important. Like, is that him and his kid? Dear Fred, today I... Oh, that's what he just wrote. That's what he just said out loud.
Fred, thanks to you, I have found an even greater adventure.
Wait, so could...
Love, your nephew.
Wait, so does his transporter thing still work? Because why wouldn't it? The way back, the one he built there only worked one time, but the way to get there still works, right? So he could theoretically actually send that postcard to him. I don't know if that's what that was supposed to signify with it going up in the wind. I don't think so. But it should still work. Like, someone could still go through there. Alright, well, yeah, game over. I think that's only like a 4-hour game or something, right? We unlocked time trial. We might have already had time trial. Level select. Yeah, I mean, 6 levels. Well, I guess 5 levels, really. I guess let's play some Yakuza 0. I'm not quite done yet. How long was that? Let's see. 3 hours. I've played 3 hours and the game's over. I mean, obviously there's more to put into this game if you want to do it. There's achievements and stuff I haven't gotten of like beating a level without dying at all, getting these collectibles, stuff like that, but I don't know, man. Do I want to do that? Not really. It's a pretty fun game though. And I think it costs like almost nothing, like it's a few bucks. So, honestly not bad.